I think we got everything. Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the author Andrew Snorton, and you are joining us for the Fast 15. This is our weekly live chat that we usually do, typically about 1:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes when technology agrees, we're on a little bit earlier. And sometimes like today, where it took a little bit of time, we're on a little bit later. But it's a quick 15, 20-minute live chat to kind of just pause, check up, and check in. We started doing this back on April 1st. I know, what a great day to start April 1st. But we started doing this during our now normal. We know that the pandemic and other things have definitely, led to some changes. Everyone's making adjustments, having to see how to move a little bit differently, how to be more effective, more efficient, safer, things along those lines. So the whole point of doing this was, trouble can happen anytime, and you might not always be able to wait till the beginning of the day, or the end of the day to kind of just pause and breathe and just reboot. So by doing this every Wednesday at about this time, it's just a way for everybody, like I said, to check up, check in, enjoy a short reading, close out on a positive note, and a couple other things. So I thank everybody for taking time to join me. We're streaming live on Facebook, so make sure you add the page Author Andrew Snorton. Likewise, we're streaming on Instagram. So if you haven't yet, make sure to add me at AuthorASnorton, as it'll be live and it'll be saved on our IGTV. And of course, we have it on Zoom, and we will eventually add more to the YouTube channel AuthorASnorton to help pull like some of these previous editions of the Fast 15. So I want to just thank everybody for taking time to be a part of our weekly chat, our weekly roundtable. Well, we'll just say weekly chat to keep it simple. As we always do, we always want to start off by, taking time to acknowledge people going through, some challenges. And, challenging times happen, on a regular basis, whether it's on business level, community level, personal level, things along those lines. In the last few days, and actually earlier today, I've been made aware of friends and associates who have had transitions within their family. Some people that are, going through a tough time. Physically, there might be a health challenge going on. Financially, sometimes, you're digging in your pocket and you're happy just to pull up some lint, reference to the old Eric B. and Rakim song, Paid in Full. And just time, stress, things of that nature. So we're aware that there are people out there that are going through some real life challenges. I mean, it's not like play. There's some serious things going on. So I want to take a moment to put out in the universe, a word of encouragement to anybody that is going through some type of tougher than normal challenge or tougher than usual challenge. It's okay to go through, the range of emotions. It's okay to have, moments where you are a little bit disappointed, or your feelings hurt, or frustrated, or things along those lines. Having those moments, those are going to happen. We ask that you just take the time you need to just kind of pause, recenter, refocus, reboot. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Even if help starts off informally by talking with that trusted family member, friend, or loved one, do it, so you're not keeping everything bottled up and adding to your stress and adding to whatever tension going on. If it calls for you to get professional help, there's no shame in that. There's people that I know that have inboxed me that are going through, professional help. And if that's what you need to do, or get, in order to get refocused and recentered, then do it. Seriously, please seek out constructive means to, to just get yourself in a better space and place. We want to definitely send a word of encouragement, sympathy, condolences, things along those lines to anybody that's in that situation. For people that are doing well, we want to continue to congratulate you, continue to feed off that positive energy. We know a number of people are making tremendous strides, personal things that they're working on, business, community, different projects. There's a number of people that are really, doing some good things in their building. So I want to give those folks, acknowledgement, word of congratulations. There's enough room at the table for everyone to get a seat. So we hope that you continue to build on that, and don't forget, our brethren who, are going through something. Just, lend an encouraging word, lend an encouraging ear as best as possible. So today for our short reading is going to come from my current release, Nothing Minor. So that's for the Instagram folks. Nothing Minor for everybody else. And this focuses on my 2019 coverage of minor league baseball in the Southeast, pretty much North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, and Mississippi. Some great people that I was able to interview. Some players have made the major leagues, some are on the cusp of it. Some, might be transitioning into other aspects of baseball, coaching, managing, scouting, who knows, setting up their own academies. So definitely shouts to all the players that I got a chance to interview, and hope we'll circle back. But the chapter in the short section I'm going to pull from is hopefully something that'll speak to some folks, regardless if you're sports fans, regardless if you're baseball fans, things of that nature. And it comes out of chapter 7, titled Major Moves in Mississippi. And this is from the interview I did with one of the players who was on the Mississippi Braves, the Braves AA affiliate, so just 2 levels below the major leagues, Trey Harris. And here's a quote that I think definitely can be applied beyond baseball, like a lot of the things that the players shared and what have you. So here it goes. Here's what he said: play hard every day. If you don't leave the field dirty, you aren't successful. And people do pay attention whether or not you play hard. Now, that particular quote is talking about his style of play. He's a guy that is aggressive on the base paths. He'll slide, he'll dive, all those types of things, get the uniform all, grimy and whatnot. And to him, that's just an outward manifestation of his work ethic, his dedication to the game, things along those lines. And Trey's backstory is that he was drafted in the 2018 draft, 32nd round, out of the University of Missouri. And he's actually from Metro Atlanta. So he wasn't, quote, highly touted, but his work ethic, his dedication to the game, back in the 2019 season had him starting on the AA level. And for those who are aware of baseball stats, a 300 average means for every 10 times you come up to the plate, you're getting a hit 3 times. So while on paper it's like, okay, but you're getting out 7 times in baseball, for you to have a 30% success rate is actually very good, just because of how difficult the game is. So he's batting a little bit over 300. He's starting. He's doing well. I'm of the mindset that, had things not been, going on like they have been with the now normal, he probably would have been starting on the AAA level. Like he's that good of a player. So I wish him well on that. But I really wanted to hone in on that last part, that you don't really know. People are watching whether or not they say anything. And I know we've heard that before, but it's still a little bit surprising when you think people aren't paying attention to what you're doing, that they're not paying attention to, what you're putting out there, what you're working on or what have you. And I got a friendly reminder of that this past Sunday. So true story with this past Sunday. Usually every Sunday in reading the Bible app, I'll look at the verse of the day and I'm like, hey, if I'm feeling it, if I think it's speaking to something that other people might be experiencing, or every once in a while what I'm experiencing, then I'll put it out there. So what I did is I went ahead and said, standing in the need of prayer. And I was saying that because, really technically all of us really are, or I'll hope that all of us are, from the standpoint of, you want to make sure that you are, bestowed with, certain gifts, certain talents, being able to utilize those as best as possible. And I was looking at through the lens of, I knew other people were going through some things and wanted to give a word of encouragement. But one thing I relearned when you're taking time to encourage other people, you'll be surprised at people that encourage you. So I got like a bunch of um, goodness, I got a bunch of inboxes and posts and text messages, people checking on me and everything. So I am grateful to everybody that did so. So sometimes, like in his at the end of Trey's quote, there are people that are paying attention to you. There are people that are looking at you. There are people that are observing. There are people that every once in a while trying to gleam off of what you do and twist it. Like they said, imitation is the highest form of flattery. So that does happen. But you also don't know what footprint you're leaving and what encouragement you're leaving. Hey, Ginger Funk 78, good to see you. I hope you're doing well, partner. Um, but you don't know what people really are taking notice of what you do. And sometimes, even especially now, where to varying degrees, we're kind of operating our own island, like, the social interactions a little bit different. Follow Mario. Hey, good to see you. How you doing? How you doing? Like in today's now normal, at times it feels more like you are operating on an island because your interactions are a little bit different. You can't do things. I'm not going to say you can't do things at the high volume, but it's not exactly the best thing to do given everything going on. Or you've had to rely more on technology. You've had to have more times of solitude or isolation. Hey, thanks, Ginger Funk 78. I tell you what, you keep doing the good things you're doing. Thank you for your kind words, and thank you for the tone you set and the example that you're setting. Part of the reason why we do this. So thanks. But like I was saying before, it's like, it's we're all operating a little bit differently. And to varying degrees we're used to it, and to varying degrees we're like, we're tired of this stuff. But like I was saying, in taking time to encourage others, you never know who's paying attention to you. So there are a number of people that took time to check up and reach out, and so I'm grateful. I'm doing all right. There's still a few things I'm behind on. I know a couple of phone calls I need to make, some editing I still need to finish, and what have you. So I know there's still some things on my to-do list. So I thank those folks. They know who they are, who are being patient and what have you. And to anyone out there, just with looking at Trey's quote and just with what happened with me this Sunday, I'll say this: don't underestimate the the gifts that you have, and don't underestimate what you do. That simple thing that you think you're, isn't making a difference, or you think no one's paying attention, or you think no one's encouraged or inspired by the work that you're doing, you'll be surprised. So if there's anything, um, continue to do what you can. But in doing so, you never know what seeds you're planting, and you never know what encouragement or motivation you might be leaving for someone. So I definitely want to give a shout to Trey, and that was his nugget from, wait, this is from on the phone, Instagram. All right, nothing minor and nothing minor. So that was our quote of the day, or piece of the day. Go ahead, put in the work to the best of your ability, and you never know who's paying attention to you. You never know who's going to reach back out to you and say job well done, or keep moving forward, or hey, we're keeping you encouraged, we're keeping you motivated. You just don't know. So as we get ready to pivot and wind down our 15 to 20-minute chat tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Stats Network live TV channel, my full broadcast show, The Conversation Corner. I'm really excited with this being the second edition of the Her Story series. I have Karen Watkins and I have Dr. Therese Johnson, who will be my guests. They are members of the Gwinnett County Public School Board of Education. So they were just recently elected in this last election cycle. Ms. Watkins is the vice chair and District 1 rep, and Dr. Johnson is the District 5 rep. They're going to share a little bit of insight regarding the work that they're doing, especially through the lens of district reps for the state of Georgia's largest school system. And there's been a lot going on. I mean, there's been a lot going on. And I think hearing directly from them and what they're focused on doing, some of the, I'll say, pathways that they're trying to expand the resources that they're trying to do. Hey, thanks, Follow Mario. Hey, thank you. So please make sure to tune in tonight to hear directly from these two, just two, community stewards. Some people don't always understand. Some people push back because of what they haven't taken time to research and learn. So I'm hoping tonight will be an educator talk, a teachable moment and a learning opportunity. So make sure to check that out tonight. Saturday, shouts to the Office of Alumni Engagement, as well as the Association of Wake Forest University Black Alumni, this coming Saturday at 4 p.m. A great retrospective on the work of Dr. Maya Angelou. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. It is actually on my bookshelf. If you haven't read this classic, you need to definitely read it. But this Saturday, now the public forum, I think they have almost like 1,000 people registered. So you want to check out the show tonight, as I'll have that showing on the commercial break. But the public piece, there's still a couple spaces, but they're going to fill up real quick. And then there are smaller breakout sessions. So the breakout sessions are already full. So I'm fortunate to be moderating one of the breakout sessions. With shouts to both entities at Wake Forest University. Many people may not remember Dr. Angelou was a professor there for over 30 years, Reynolds professor. So awesome. So her legacy still lives on. So make sure to check that out. Trying to see what else is on the horizon. All About the Authors. Make sure to add All About the Authors 520 on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Check out our most recent Authors Roundtable with me, my co-host, celebrity source Tyrus Tatai, and we had Chuck Smoot, who through his fraternal ties, Alpha Phi Alpha within the Illinois district, has a great retrospective as well as contemporary history piece. So you definitely want to check that out. I'm trying to see what else is really happening. Yeah, I guess those are really the main things. So make sure to check out the show. Make sure to check out the full broadcast tonight. Make sure to visit Wake Forest University. There's a few spaces left for the public roundtable, but then the smaller breakout sessions, those are already full. We'll do this again next Wednesday. And, please feel free to hit share. If there's something in here they're like, yeah, this might be speaking to somebody, go ahead and hit share. I thank everybody for your support, your encouragement. It's a different landscape for people, for authors. So we're having to rely more on technology, but we thank you for the support. Again, today's piece was from the book Nothing Minor. So it's not just a good read for fans of baseball, but definitely if you want to glean some life lessons from some real insightful professionals and whatnot, definitely make sure to check it out. And I'll just say, to keep it simple, whether slow or swift, movement is movement. Don't be afraid to celebrate the victories, whether small or big, because you know what you've had to work through in order to get there. Stay encouraged, even in the midst of, still some challenges and what have you. Stay encouraged and remind yourself of the gifts and talents that you have. Take inventory of your company. If they're constructively and positively amplifying you, then do it. But if not, you might still be cool with them, but you might be cool with them from a distance. And yeah, just like the old folks say, just take it one day at a time. I mean, that timeless advice makes a lot of sense. Just take it a day at a time. And like I said, slow or swift movement is movement, whether it's baby steps or big steps, steps are steps. So thanks a lot for taking time to be a part of this. Like I said, until next time, seriously, all of you take very good care. Continued well wishes, encouragement to all in need, and I will check you out soon. So for the folks that are on the gram, I'm going to say peace, see you later, take care, and we're going to hit this right here. So again, for the folks on Instagram, take care, y'all, be safe. And for the people that are on streaming with me on Facebook and Zoom, thanks again for your patience. Thanks again for taking time to be out here. Go ahead, share us with a friend. Make sure to contact me. Yeah, make sure to hit me up. Facebook, Author Andrew Snorton, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, AuthorASnorton. You can email me at AuthorASnorton@gmail.com and check out the website, asnortonccs.com. Click on the menu for He's an Author and go ahead and follow your menus and you're good to go. So thank you all so much. You take it care. Make sure to join us each and every Wednesday at 1:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Fast 15. It's a moment to check in, enjoy short readings, and more. Check us out on our Facebook and Instagram, information provided, as well as Zoom, and we'll see you soon.